Can the world handle another war front? What if it erupts in a region already fraught with tension, the Korean Peninsula? In the recent past, the world has been witness to significant conflicts, the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the Israel-Hamas war. Each of these has had its own unique impact on global stability, causing shifts in political alliances and economic systems. But now, we turn our gaze to the possibility of a third conflict arising. This conflict is brewing in a region that has been a powder keg for decades, the Korean Peninsula. North and South Korea, two nations eternally at odds, are escalating their military clashes. The sight of South Korea scrambling dozens of fighter jets in response to North Korean warplanes is a stark reminder of the hair-trigger tension in the region. But what could this mean for the world at large? As we've seen with other conflicts, the ripple effects are far-reaching, influencing everything from global politics to financial markets. As we delve into the complexities of the Korean conflict, we must ask ourselves, are we on the brink of a third war front? The Korean Peninsula, a region rife with tension, is showing signs of escalating conflict. But how did we get here? The tale begins in the mid-20th century, when the Korean War ended not with a peace treaty, but an armistice. This left the North and the South in a perpetual state of war, a situation that has persisted for over 7 decades. The subsequent years have seen a series of escalating military clashes, with each side testing the other's resolve and patience. North Korea, under the leadership of the Kim dynasty, has pursued an aggressive military policy, with a focus on developing nuclear capabilities. The world watched with bated breath as North Korea conducted 6 nuclear tests, the most recent one in 2017. And then, in a show of force, North Korea launched numerous missiles, including an intercontinental ballistic missile, and fired artillery rounds in response to joint military drills between the United States and South Korea. South Korea, for its part, has not been idle. They've scrambled military aircraft, 80 at the last count, in response to North Korean warplanes detected near their border. The South's alliance with the United States has also been a crucial factor in this growing tension. Joint military drills, seen as a show of unity and strength, have been met with hostility and criticism from North Korea. The presence of international players like the United States has added another layer of complexity to this volatile situation. The U.S., with its long-standing commitment to South Korea's defense, has been a significant influence, shaping the course of this conflict. Recent condemnation from U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin III and South Korea's Minister of National Defense Lee Jong-sup of North Korea's threatening actions underscores the global concern over this situation. The escalating military clashes between North and South Korea are a stark reminder of the delicate balance of peace and war in the region. As the world watches, the question remains, will this powder keg of tension ignite into a full-blown conflict, or can a path to peace still be found? Only time will tell. If this tension escalates into full-blown war, what will be the ripple effects across the globe? Let's start with the economic implications. The Korean Peninsula, specifically South Korea, is a hub of economic activity, contributing significantly to the global economy with its robust manufacturing and technology sectors. A war on the peninsula could disrupt these sectors, causing a ripple effect on the global supply chain. This disruption could lead to a scarcity of goods, which in turn could trigger inflation. In a world economy still reeling from the effects of the pandemic, this could be a crippling blow. More so, the financial markets could experience a severe jolt. Uncertainty is the nemesis of the stock markets, and nothing spells uncertainty like a war. Investors could retreat, causing stock markets around the world to plummet. This could result in a loss of wealth and increased financial instability. Now, let's pivot to the political implications. A war between North and South Korea would undoubtedly draw in other major powers, as it did in the past. The United States, as an ally of South Korea, could find itself pulled into the conflict. Similarly, China, with its historical ties to North Korea, could also become involved. This would not only escalate the war, but could also shift global alliances and power dynamics. The political landscape could change drastically, with implications for international relations far beyond the Korean Peninsula. Moreover, the humanitarian cost of such a conflict cannot be overstated. The loss of life, displacement of people, and the strain on global humanitarian resources would be immense. The world is still grappling with the refugee crises from previous conflicts. Another war could exacerbate this situation further. A potential third war front in the Korean Peninsula is not just a regional concern, but a global one. With the stakes so high, what steps can be taken to defuse the situation and avert a possible war? The answer lies in the realm of diplomacy and negotiation. The Korean Peninsula crisis isn't a problem that can be solved by military might alone. It requires the delicate art of dialogue and compromise. In this complex scenario, it's crucial to understand that any solution must be agreeable to both North and South Korea. This may involve addressing North Korea's concerns about joint military drills between the US and South Korea, which have been a point of contention. While these drills are meant as a deterrent, they can also be perceived as a provocation, escalating tensions rather than quelling them. The role of international institutions and alliances is key in mediating such conflicts. The United Nations, for instance, can facilitate diplomatic dialogue between the two Koreas while ensuring that international law is upheld. Regional organizations like the Association of Southeast Asian Nations could also offer a platform for peaceful dialogue, drawing from their experience in managing conflicts within the region. But it's not just about talking, it's about listening too. Recognizing the concerns of both sides and finding common ground is integral to building trust. This could involve confidence-building measures, such as mutual withdrawal of troops from the demilitarized zone or halting missile tests and military drills. Sanctions, while a useful tool, must be used judiciously. They should compel North Korea to negotiate, not further alienate them. It's a delicate balance to strike, but it's crucial to remember that the ultimate goal is peace and stability, not punishment. This is a global issue, and it requires a global response. Countries around the world, especially those with influence over North and South Korea, need to work together to promote dialogue and prevent escalation. This isn't just about averting a potential war, it's about creating a sustained peace that benefits not just the Korean Peninsula, but the entire world. The world watches with bated breath as tensions rise in the Korean Peninsula. The path to peace is fraught with challenges, but it is a path we must tread for the sake of global stability. The prospect of a third war front is a sobering thought, but it is a possibility we must confront head-on. We've traversed the tense landscape of the Korean Peninsula, understanding the complexities that could ignite a new conflict between North and South Korea. We've explored the ripple effects such a war could have on global growth and financial markets, potentially triggering another wave of inflation. Yet, amidst the possibility of chaos, we've also underscored the power of diplomacy and the urgent need for intervention. It's a delicate dance of geopolitics, requiring strategic negotiation and compromise to prevent the spark from becoming an all-consuming fire. The Korean Peninsula stands as a powder keg, a stark reminder of the intricate web of international relations that bind our world together. Our collective future hinges on our ability to navigate these complexities, to diffuse tensions and foster peace. In a world already grappling with multiple conflicts, the potential for a third war front in the Korean Peninsula serves as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the collective responsibility we bear for its peace and stability.